Okay. Good morning, children. Very good morning. Yesterday class we discussed about scope of botany. What is the scope of the botany? What are the fields we can see its scope, especially in the applied fields, horticulture, agriculture, forestry, floriculture, by the experiments of the hybridization and genetic engineering. With the help of the plant breeding, we have to produce more and more hybrid plants. And the knowledge of plant physiology is also very useful in the role of minerals. What is the importance of the minerals? How we have to apply the chemical fertilizers? How the plants that can utilize the minerals? And the role of the plant hormones. So how the hormones are very useful for growth and development of the plant. And what about the knowledge of plant pathology? Is very useful for identification of the diseases, for removing of the diseases, and production of the antibiotics, production of the single cell proteins. Some of the algae is very used as a food, especially chlorella is the algae which is used as a food for astronauts. From the Jatropha plant, some plants that can produce biodiesel, Jatropha and Pongamia, these are the biodiesel plants. And iodine, agar, these are all produced from the some of the seaweeds. So this is the scope of the botany. Yesterday class we discussed. Before the scope, we discussed about the development. Different scientists they invented different things which are very useful for the development of the botany. So before development, we have discussed the what are the Greek words for the biology, what are the Greek words for botany, what is meant by boscan, botany, everything we discussed in last class. Okay, now today class we have discussed about the branches of botany. Branches of botany. Branches of botany. So what are the branches are there in botany? Branches. Nearly 16 branches are there now. 16 branches information there in our textbook. So botany is divided into some branches. Nearly 16 branches are there. But what are the branches? First branch you can see here. The first one is morphology. The first one is morphology. This is the first branch of botany. Morphology. About morphology, we are having a special unit. Second unit is morphology. Okay. And what is morphology? Morphology means study and description of. Morphology means study and description of. Study and description of different organs in a plant. Study and description of different organs in a plant. Study and description of different organs. Different organs in a plant. Study and description of different organs in plant, that is morphology. But what are the different organs, or what is the study of different organs in plants, or what are the different organs there in plants? Means study of the roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, seeds, etc. So study and description of different organs in plants like roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds. So this is called morphology. Okay, morphology, and this is called morphology. So this morphology again divided into two sub branches. This morphology again divided into two sub branches. One is external morphology. One is external morphology. One is external morphology. Second one is internal morphology. One is external morphology and the second one is internal morphology. Internal morphology. Okay. External morphology and internal morphology. External morphology and internal morphology. External means outside, internal means inside. Now what is the external morphology? External morphology means study and description of external characters of a plant. External morphology means study and description of external characters of plant. Study and description of external characters of plant. Study and description of external characters of a plant. Okay, that is called external morphology. Study and description of external characters of a plant is called external morphology. But what is internal morphology? Internal morphology means study of the internal structure of the internal detailed structure of the plants. Study of the internal detailed structure of plant. That is internal morphology. Study of internal detailed structure of plant. Okay, that is called internal morphology. Okay, and here you can see these internal morphology is again divided into two sub branches. Internal morphology again divided into two sub branches. One is histology. Another one is anatomy. Internal morphology again divided into two sub branches. One is histology, another one is anatomy. But what is histology? Histology means studying of tissues, studying of the tissues, structure of the tissues, functioning of the tissues. And histology means study of tissues. Histology means study of tissues. Study of tissues is called histology. And what is anatomy? Anatomy means study and description of internal characters of plants. Anatomy means study and description of internal characters of plant. Internal character of plant means root internal characters we have to observe here. Root and stem and leaf especially. Okay, so this is about the morphology. Morphology means study and description of different organs in plant like root, stem, leaf, flowers, fruits and seeds. This morphology is divided into two sub branches. One is external morphology, another one is internal morphology. External means study description of external characters only. Okay, external characters. Internal morphology means study of internal detailed structures. In this internal morphology, we have to study detailedly about internal organs. Study of detailed structure of internal organs, that is called internal morphology, which is again divided into two sub branches. One is histology, another one is anatomy. Histology means studying of tissues. Study of tissues is called histology. What about the structure of tissues? What about the types of the tissues? What about the functioning of the tissues? That is comes under histology. Especially we have to study tissues in histology. What is anatomy? Anatomy means study and description of internal characters of the plants. Studying about the internal character of the root, studying about the internal character of the stem, studying about the internal character of the leaf, etc. like that. So this is the first branch, morphology, which is having 4 extra sub branches there. Morphology, external and internal. Internal again 2, histology and anatomy. So this is about the morphology. Okay, you should remember morphology. Next, only first branch only completed. Remaining 15 there. Just we completed only first branch, morphology. Now second branch study. Second branch, cytology. Cytology or cell biology. Cytology or cell biology. Cytology or cell biology. So what is cytology or cell biology? Studying about the structure of the cell, functioning of the cell is nothing but cytology or cell biology. Study of cell, study of structure and functioning of cell, study of structure and function of cell, that is called cytology or cell biology. Okay, in that name only there, cell biology means studying of cell, studying about the structure, functioning of the cell, types of the cells, especially plant cells. Okay, that is the cytology or cell biology. Next, third one, embryology. Embryology means studying about the embryos, means development of, especially in this embryology we have to study how the embryos will form, from the embryos how the seeds will develop, everything we have to discuss. So especially embryology means study of development of male and female gametes, study of the development of male and female gametes, development of male and female gametes, the study of development of male and female gametes, and fertilization, process of fertilization. Okay, fertilization, formation of zygote, fertilization, formation of zygote, and formation of embryo is called embryology. Simply we have to say studying of the embryo or development of the embryo is called embryology. And as well as in that embryology we have to study development of male and female gametes. Now what is the male gamete? Pollen grains are male gametes. What is the female gamete in plants? Ovules which are present in the ovary. That are the female gametes. How the male and female gametes are developed? How the pollen grains will develop? How the ovules will develop? And what about the fertilization? The fusion of male and female gametes, fertilization, pollination, self pollination, cross pollination, pollination after fertilization, and the formation of after the fertilization the zygote will form. The zygote is converted into embryo. Embryo is gives rise to seed. So this is nothing but the study of the development of the embryo is nothing but embryology, which included all these development of male and female gametes, fertilization, formation of zygote and embryo. This is the embryology. Next, fourth one, palynology. Palynology. Okay, palynology. Palynology means simply palynology means study of pollen grains. If you study about the pollen grains, that is comes under palynology only. Palynology means study of pollen grains and also study of pollen grains. Pollen grains. Study of pollen grains and formation of pollen grains. These are called microspores. Microgametes. Pollen grains are male gametes. Male gametes. So study of pollen grains, formation of pollen grains, development of pollen grains. That is nothing but palynology. Palynology. Pollen grains are male gametes, which are microscopic. Microgametes. Okay. Study of pollen grains is nothing but palynology. Next, fifth one is taxonomy. Taxonomy. This is also called systematic botany. Systematic. This is also called systematic botany. Systematic botany. Taxonomy. Taxonomy or systematic botany. Taxonomy means based on several characters we have to identify the organisms and we have to give a particular name to the organism and we should classify the organism into particular groups. And first starting only I said identification nomenclature topic, first chapter we discussed it. In the world so many plants, animals are there. They are having the local names. Each plant having the local name. Each animal having the local name. In our world, if you go to particular region, we call one plant with particular name. So these local names that create more and more confusion. To avoid the confusion, we have to give a particular name to each and every organism. Giving very good. The giving scientific name to each and biological name means scientific name to each and every organism, which is not changing, which is similar throughout the world. So that is called nomenclature. First you have to identify. Then you should give particular name. But the name should be similar wherever you should go throughout the world. So giving a particular name to each and every organism, that is called nomenclature. Nomenclature means giving a particular scientific name. So while writing the scientific names, you should follow the rules which are provided by the ICBN, International Board for Botanical Nomenclature. According to the ICBN, you should follow the rules. You should give the scientific name, means botanical name. Each botanical name includes two parts. One is genus name, another one is species name. So that is also called binomial nomenclature, which was invented by the scientist Carolus Linnaeus. So the taxonomy means identification. Taxonomy means identification and nomenclature. Identification and nomenclature. Identification and identification and nomenclature and classification of Identification means first you have to identify. Nomenclature means you have to give particular name. And classification means you have to arrange in particular groups. Identification, nomenclature, and classification. Classification of plants. Classification of plants based on several characters. Based on several characters. Based on several characters. Okay, based on several characters, you have to put in particular groups. For example, Monera, Protista, fungi, plant, animalia. Suppose the organism having plant characters means you should keep in the particular group. So, first you have to identify, then you should give a particular name, then you should classify, means making into groups. So that is nothing but taxonomy. Identification, nomenclature, classification of the plants based on several characters. Okay, that is the taxonomy. Sixth one, plant physiology. Plant physiology. Plant physiology. Plant physiology. Plant physiology means studying the important activities in plant. You have to study important activities in plant. What are the important activities in plant? Study of important activities in plant. Important activities. Study of important activities in plant. But what are the important activities? But what are the important metabolic activities are carried out in plant? Especially transport of water and minerals. Transport of water. These are all important activities only. Transport of water and minerals. Transport of water and minerals. Photosynthesis. About the photosynthesis. About photosynthesis. About respiration. About respiration. And nitrogen metabolism, nitrogen cycle, nitrogen metabolism, nitrogen metabolism, nitrogen metabolism, metabolism, and about the growth hormones, study of the growth hormones only, growth hormones, and growth hormones. Okay, this is nothing but physiology. Studying about the important activities in plant. And what are the important activities are carried out in plant? Transport of water minerals is necessary. Photosynthesis is necessary. Respiration is necessary. Nitrogen metabolism is necessary. Growth hormones, which are very useful for growth and development of the plant. So study of these important activities is nothing but plant physiology. Okay, this is plant physiology. Study of important activities in plant. Okay. So far we discussed about the 6 branches. Okay, morphology completed. Morphology having the 2 external morphology, internal morphology. Internal morphology again divided into 2 types. One is 2 branches, histology and anatomy. Next, cytology and cell biology. Next, embryology, palynology, taxonomy, which is also called systematic botany. Next, plant physiology. Okay, plant physiology. Okay, then. So these are the first 6 branches. Remaining 10 branches are there. About 10 branches we have to discuss in tomorrow class. Okay. So we should remain 6 branches completed today. Okay, thank you children.